Okay, so today we're diving into something really special, Eid ul-Fitr.
Okay.
It's like this huge celebration that marks the end of Ramadan, that
Yeah.
month of fasting and spiritual reflection.
Yeah.
We're going to explore like everything about it, the meaning, the traditions, the whole vibe. It's a pretty big deal for people who observe Ramadan, so we want to get to the heart of what makes it so important.
Absolutely. And you know what's so fascinating about Eid ul-Fitr? It's not just about ending the fast. It's literally called the Festival of Breaking the Fast.
Okay, I like that.
And it's considered this incredible reward from Allah for all devotion and patience during Ramadan.
It's a reward, huh? Interesting. So it's not just like, whoo, we made
No,
it.
no, it's way more than that. Like the
Right.
Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, actually really emphasized that this is a day of pure joy, like a day meant for celebration and happiness, especially for those who, really committed to Ramadan.
I see. So there's this deeper meaning there. And from what I've been reading, gratitude, unity, and giving back are kind of at the core of what Eid is all about.
You got it. Those are like the central themes. And it makes sense, right?
Well,
Because after a month of, experiencing hunger and maybe even hardship, there's this heightened empathy and understanding. It's like Ramadan really pushes you to connect with those who might be struggling on a deeper level.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so Eid isn't just about like personal celebration. It's very much tied to the well-being of the entire community. And that's where Zakat al-Fitr comes in.
It's a good fit. That's the charity giving before Eid prayer, right?
Exactly. And it's super important because it ensures that everyone, no matter their financial situation, can actually participate in the Eid festivities.
That's really cool. It's like built-in inclusivity.
It is. It's about making sure everyone can experience the joy of Eid.
So thinking about the lead up to Eid, I mean, I bet the excitement just keeps building as Ramadan comes to a close. It's not like you flip a switch and it's suddenly Eid, right?
Oh, absolutely not. The preparation for Eid can start days, even weeks beforehand. The markets just come alive with families shopping for new clothes because everyone wants to look their best.
Oh, yeah, new clothes, right? That's a big tradition.
Huge. And then there's the cleaning and decorating of homes, getting everything ready for the celebrations.
Making it feel special.
Exactly. And then, of course, you have the kids so excited for their Eid.
Oh, yeah. The gifts and money from elders, that's got to be like the highlight for them.
It is. It's like pure childhood joy. What really struck me, though, was learning about Chandrat. Have you heard about that?
Tonrat, I feel like I've heard it mentioned, but what's that exactly?
So it's like this huge celebration, especially in South Asian cultures, that happens the night before Eid. It literally translates to Night of the Moon, and it's when everyone's eagerly waiting for the new moon sighting, the one that officially signals the end of Ramadan and the start of Eid.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like the official countdown.
Yeah, it's like a celebration of anticipation. And they do all sorts of things, like applying henna, finalizing their Eid outfits, making sure everything's perfect.
Wow. So it's not just one day of celebration. It's like this whole buildup of excitement and anticipation.
Exactly. It really adds to the whole experience. I'm curious, what resonates most with you about these pre-Eid preparations?
I think it's the idea of like layering the joy. It's not just a sudden burst of celebration. It's this gradual increase in excitement that culminates in this really meaningful day.
Yeah, it's like building momentum.
Totally. And then when Eid finally arrives, there's this whole set of rituals that mark the day.
Right. So the morning of Eid starts with ghusl, which is a ritual bath.
A purifying bath.
Yeah, symbolic of a fresh start. And then everyone puts on their best, most beautiful clothes, like, really dressing up to show respect for the occasion.
It's like an outward expression of the inner joy and celebration.
Exactly. And then comes the most important part, the Eid prayer. Muslims gather either in mosques or in large open prayer grounds, and it's quite a sight to see.
I bet. And the takbirat, that must be an incredible experience to hear, right? Like echoing through the air.
It is. It's this powerful declaration of God's greatness, Allahu Akbar. And it just reverberates throughout the entire space, creating this really unifying and moving atmosphere.
Wow. So it's not just the words, it's the sound, the feeling of togetherness.
Yes, exactly. It really evokes this deep sense of gratitude and shared faith. And then, after the prayer, comes the greetings. Eid Mubarak.
Hmm.
Hugs, well wishes. Everyone's just so happy.
And from there, it's on to the feast. I mean, the food is definitely a highlight of Eid, right?
It is. And it's not just any feast. It's a feast that's been anticipated for a month.
A month of fasting, yeah.
Exactly. So you can imagine how much everyone looks forward to this meal.
I can only imagine.
And what's really interesting is that depending on the culture, the dishes can vary so much.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Different regions have their own specialties.
Like, for example, in South Asia, you have sheer kurma, which is this sweet vermicelli pudding.
That's delicious.
Then there's biryani, which is this savory rice dish, so aromatic and flavorful. And in the Middle East, they have maumul, these little cookies filled with dates or nuts.
Wow, so much variety. It's like a culinary journey across the world.
It is. And each dish carries its own special significance and tradition.
But of course, it's not just about the food itself.
No, it's about the gathering. The whole point is to share this meal with family and loved ones. It's a time to connect, to laugh, to strengthen those bonds.
It's like a physical manifestation of the unity that Eid represents.
You got it. And that sense of togetherness extends beyond the immediate family, too. People visit relatives and friends, sharing the joy and the celebration with everyone.
And that's such a crucial part of the whole experience, right?
Absolutely. It really highlights the importance of community in Islam.
But, as much as Eid is about celebrating and feasting, there's also this really important element of giving and reflection.
Yeah, absolutely. While those outward festivities are amazing,
Mm-hmm.
the core message of Eid emphasizes compassion and generosity towards others.
Right. So it's not just about personal enjoyment.
No, it's about sharing the blessings you've received.
Yeah.
Many people will visit orphanages, hospitals, or reach out to those who are struggling, sharing the joy of Eid with them.
So it's about extending the celebration outwards, making sure everyone feels included.
Exactly. And that ties back to the whole idea of the ul-fitr, ensuring that everyone can participate in the festivities. It's about making sure everyone can experience the joy of Eid.
It's like putting those values of giving and compassion into action.
Precisely. And, it's fascinating how this one day is celebrated in so many different ways around the world.
Yeah, I mean, even though the core meaning of Eid is universal, the cultural expressions can vary so much, right?
Oh, definitely. It's amazing how a global faith can be celebrated through such diverse traditions.
Tell me more about that. Like, what are some of the different ways it's celebrated?
Well, for example, in Saudi Arabia, the celebrations are huge, with public festivities and events.
Like on a grand scale.
Yeah, really grand. Then in Pakistan, the Eid markets are incredible. They're so vibrant and bustling, full of people buying gifts and clothes.
Wow, I can picture that. What about other places?
Well, in the UK, for instance, they organize massive community prayers, bringing everyone together.
So it's like a shared experience, even in a different cultural context.
Exactly. And then you have Indonesia, with its own unique traditions and cultural expressions.
It's like a tapestry of celebrations, all woven together by this shared meaning.
It is. And each celebration adds its own unique flavor to the global tapestry of Eid.
So to recap, we've been exploring Eid ul-Fitr, this amazing celebration that comes at the end of Ramadan. We've talked about its deep meaning as a reward for devotion, the joy and gratitude it represents, the importance of unity and giving back.
We've delved into the anticipation and preparations, the special morning rituals, the incredible feasts shared with loved ones, and that vital aspect of compassion and generosity that really underpins the whole day.
And we've touched upon the beautiful diversity of celebrations happening around the world.
And if we zoom out and look at the bigger picture, Eid ul-Fitr is a powerful reminder of the core values of Islam. It's about compassion, community, and deep thankfulness for all that we have.
It's like a reset button reminding us to prioritize those things.
It is. It's a time to not only celebrate, but to actively share our joy and blessings with others.
So for everyone listening, whether you're celebrating with a large gathering or in a more personal way, we want you to remember the true spirit of Eid. It's about gratitude, togetherness, and kindness.
It's about extending that joy and generosity beyond ourselves.
Absolutely. So from both of us, Eid Mubarak to all who are celebrating. May your days be filled with happiness, peace, and blessings.
Eid Mubarak.
And before we go, here's a thought to ponder. How can we bring those values of gratitude and generosity that are so central to Eid into our everyday lives, not just during this special time, but throughout the entire year? It's something worth thinking about, something we can all strive towards.
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful way to end our deep dive today.
Thanks for joining us on this journey into the heart of Eid ul-Fitr. Until next time.
See you then.